truthfully, like in the 90s, he was like one of the probably top two actors at the time. And so today I want to cover like five of my favorite movies of him. So starting with number five on my list, this movie is called National Treasure. And after Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones, I think National Treasure was a treasure movie which came out and which became a hit. So overall, the plotline of this movie was quite interesting. The all the actors acted well, and it was overall a very fun movie to watch. So I would rate this movie as number five. Moving on to number four, and this was one of the biggest ever movies in the 90s, and this one is called Face Off. This also had John Travolta in it, and a combination of both of them made this movie very memorable with a very good storyline. And I think both of them acted brilliantly. So I wouldn't only rate this movie because of Nicolas Cage. I think John Travolta contributed equally to this, and I thoroughly enjoyed watching this movie. So moving on to number three. So Con Air was a great action movie that came out of the 90s, and basically the plot line is that Nicolas Cage was in the army but he killed somebody, and then he was being transported along with other bigger criminals to a jail. And this movie revolves around the transportation and how the criminals try to get hold of the plane. So I'll not spoil it because it's a very interesting movie. So if you've not watched it, it's a very very good action movie, and I highly recommend watching it. So this was number three on my list. So moving on to number two on my list is The Rock. This movie came out in 1996, and it also has Sean Connery in it, and the antagonist is Ed Harris. And the storyline was absolutely great. It was well shot as well on an island, and not a single moment in the movie is like you won't feel bored at any point in time. Very quick paced, very well made movie. And the basic storyline of the movie is that uh, the Alcatraz prison, which is located on an island, was hijacked by a group of criminals, and they had bio weapons which they were going to release on the San Francisco Bay Line. And so Sean Connery, who was a criminal, and Nicolas Cage, who is in the police, they both tried to stop them. Overall, I highly recommend watching this movie. It's a great movie. So moving on to the number one on my list, and this movie is called Gone in 60 Seconds. I think it's just one of those movies that will always stay with me. It's a racing movie, kind of racing movie, but it's a very cool and stylish movie. It has a great cast in it. The storyline is great. It has its fun moments. And overall Nicolas Cage acted very well in the movie. It's typical to the roles, the kind of roles he does. Just like Jason Statham does action movies all the time, I think Nicolas Cage has his own personality which he gets to the movies, and I like that personality. So this is one of my favorite ever movies, and I highly recommend this movie if you have not watched it. So the basic storyline is that he comes out of a criminal racing career to save his brother who got into the same criminal activities like him. So I'll just stop at that. If you have not watched it, like I personally rate this movie 9 out of 10, and I had a very fun time watching it. So this is like my top movie of Nicolas Cage. So these were my top five movies. If you've not watched them, you can watch any of those. I highly recommend. And in case I've missed out on some movies, I think one movie is The Lord of War, which I've not watched. I've heard good reviews of it, but I've never watched it. So that is one movie which I want to watch. But in case I've missed out on some other great movies of him, do let me know. Write them in the comments. And that's it for this video.